A tenant renting a house in Julington Creek noticed that there was a little bit of mold building up in the house, so when she got an expert out there, they quickly learned that there was even more hiding beneath the surface.
It was the one in my closet over my clothing. That was the worst vent that had spores like all over it.
A tenant renting a Julington Creek home who doesn't want to be identified says it was more than 2 years ago she noticed the black stuff building on her closet vent. She started logging the dozens of messages sent to her landlord, Progress Residential, asking for someone to come address the issue, with many of the emails dating back to last summer.
Right over here on the first part, we have a hole in the roof.
Tired of waiting, she called mold specialist Mark Mongan to do an analysis. That test showed the house was not safe for people to live in.
When you see stains like this on the front side of drywall and popcorn, usually it's 10 times worse on the back.
The tenant used the test to tell her landlord she was going to withhold rent until it was fixed.
I already knew that it was bad, especially when they pulled the HVAC out and I got, real insight to what it really looked like on the inside of that machine. Now seeing that it's all over the house is just really kind of shocking.
Months later, she says Progress Residential sent out a company to assess and ultimately replace the HVAC system. However, Mongan's follow-up test from last week showed the home still wasn't safe for occupancy, with 4 types of mold showing up.
The vent structure is what's contaminated.
Mongan's tips for renters: ask landlords to power wash and caulk once a year.
Unless you keep that envelope sealed, you're going to have moisture and rodents and insects coming in.
A media representative for Progress Residential told me they've received my request and need more time to review the situation before they comment on it. The tenant says she has gotten a lawyer involved and is searching for a new place to move her family to. However, she says Progress is charging her more than $10,000 for the rent she refused to pay, late fees, and legal fees. At this point, she just wants out, if not only for her, then for her 2 children.
That's the hardest part about it, is trying to make the right decision for your kids.
The tenant is just asking Progress to let her out of her lease, remove all the charges so that she can move into a new home with her and her family, and they can take that first deep breath in and not have to worry about what they're breathing in. In Julington Creek, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side. Does that work? Okay, cool.